Today on the Young and the Restless Phyllis celebration doesn't go as planned. Sharon senses trouble, and Nikki sniffs out a scam. In her suite, Summer gets a text from Phyllis wanting to meet in the park. She mutters, "What now?" Daniel arrives and he got the same text. They're feeling done with the drama and wonder if she's trying to find a new way to stay out of prison. They debate whether to go and meet her. Lauren meets Phyllis in the park, where she's setting up a lunch. Michael, it's revealed, is still in Singapore helping Gloria. Phyllis tells her the luncheon is a celebration of her freedom. At Crimson Lights, Adam and Sharon go over potential office spaces. She wants to revisit renaming the company since everyone hates Augustus. Adam quips that Newman Media has a nice ring to it. Sharon says, "Too bad it's taken." Adam replies, "Has that ever stopped me before?" Audra lets Nate into her suite and asks if he got Victoria on board. Nate explains he has to be careful to overstep, especially with Nikki, who is suspicious. Audra is frantic and he reminds her she's asking a lot of him. He's walking a fine line and if things even threaten to go sideways, he's out. He warns this isn't an easy sell. Audra tried to tell Adam that but he had zero sympathy. Nate says there must be something else Adam wants and challenges her to spin this in such a way as to appeal to him. At Newman Enterprises, Nikki grouses to Victoria about her run-in with Diane. Vicky can't believe that Jack actually married her. Talk turns to Ashley and Tucker's wedding. Nikki doesn't even know if Victor will want to go. Next, Nikki brings up Nate's suggestion. She thinks he is testing the waters, and this is the first step in a power play. Victoria raises her mother's eyebrows by replying, "I'd actually agree." Victoria says that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with Nate testing the waters. He's thinking about the future of the company, which is what they want in an executive. When Victor gets back, she believes Nate would like them to discuss the issue openly. Nikki wonders why he thinks she'd ever agree to bring Adam even closer. Victoria reminds her mother it was once her idea to fold McCall into Newman Media. Nikki wonders how Audra would fit into this. She'd be given a position subservient to Adam, which is another reason to question Nate's motives. At Crimson Lights, Sharon wonders if Adam's learned nothing at all about baiting his father. Adam argues that Victor didn't actually shoot down the idea. Sharon warns he'll be putting them all in a tight spot if he continues to pursue Newman Media. Audra walks in as Adam tells Sharon he's sure Victor will become more open to the idea at some point. Sharon asks, "What makes you think that?" Adam looks at Audra and replies, "I just have a feeling." Sharon looks at Audra and then asks Adam, "What are you up to?" In the GTAC foyer, Summer tells Daniel that Tucker is the reason Carson is back in town. Now he's blackmailing Mom. Daniel knew something was going on between them. Summer says it gets worse. Now she's using Adam to get out from under Tucker. She's her own worst enemy. Daniel wonders when they say enough is enough. Summer says it will be sad if she goes to prison, but she can't stop twisting herself up over her problems. Daniel is glad to see the change in Summer. She tells her brother, "Let's do this. Let's go see Mom together and tell her we're done with her insanity." In the park, Phyllis tells Lauren that she invited her kids to come too, but she wanted her there because she was there for her and supported her. Lauren loves her more than she could ever be mad at her. Michael as well. They're grateful for Heather. Lauren is so proud of Phyllis, who admits that Michael agreeing to represent her gave her a lot of confidence. She admits she put Heather through the ringer, but in the end, Christine didn't win and she's not going to prison. Phyllis takes Lauren's hand and tells her she's an incredible friend. Michael too. "You two are the best friends in every sense of the word." Lauren says they always will be. Phyllis pulls out the champagne. As Lauren and Phyllis discuss what she's learned from this nightmare, Daniel and Summer arrive and take in the scene. They listen as Phyllis tells Lauren she's going to change, embrace her freedom, and is living a new kind of life now. At Crimson Lights, Adam excuses himself from Sharon to talk to Audra on the patio. She tells him this isn't going to be easy. Victor's out of town and Victoria's protective of the company. He says Victoria hates him and worries he'll try to push her off her throne. Audra wonders why he's so bent on Newman Media. Is there something else she could help him get? Adam tells her to stick to the program. Audra argues that Victoria is getting pressure from Nikki. Adam tells Audra to make Nikki her best friend. "I'm losing my patience." At Newman Enterprises, Nate greets Nikki and Victoria. Nikki gets a text message from Audra, who wants to meet with her. She finds it odd but goes off to see what it's all about. Nate shuts the door and asks Victoria if they can follow up on their previous conversation. He asks about her caveat. Victoria says she's no longer sure the idea is worth discussing. She is happy with the way Newman Media is performing as is, plus, she still can't get past the whole Adam factor. Nate still thinks the redundancies will get in the way. Victoria insists they don't need to make any rash moves. She admires his ambitions, but now is not the right time. Nate pushes to broach the subject. Victoria tells him the new company needs to get on its feet before they even consider such a move. She expects it will be a sluggish start given Adam will spend all his time arguing with Nick. Nate won't bring it up again. In the park, Daniel and Summer ask their mother what's going on. She tells them the charges have been dropped and she's free. She pleaded guilty and the judge let her off. There will be no charges for Summer either. She goes on that the judge believed her account and she's not going to prison, only community service and probation. Daniel and Summer don't react as Phyllis is hoping. Summer explains they're happy she's not serving time, but a lot of bad stuff has happened. They can't understand her throwing a party and ask if they're celebrating the lies she told. Phyllis wanted to acknowledge them supporting her. It's an apology from her for all the pain and anger she caused. Summer and Daniel aren't angry anymore, but we are done. At the GTAC, Nikki tells Audra she's only known her as the woman who broke her grandson's heart. Audra is glad he has Allie now. She thanks Nikki for her feedback on the job she's doing. Nikki doesn't like to be buttered up and asks, "What is this really about?" Audra tells her that she's heard rumblings that Adam may come after Newman Media. Nikki sniffs that just because Adam wants something doesn't mean he'll get it. Audra doesn't necessarily think it's a bad idea. There will be a lot of redundancies and she hopes she won't be one of them. Nikki's curious where she's getting this information. Did she get it from Nate? Audra says she and Nate haven't discussed it. She got this information on her own. Nikki tells her Victor and Victoria are opposed and so is she. Please don't bring it up again. In the park, Phyllis asks what her kids mean by being done. She vows to change. Summer won't reconnect until she proves she actually can change. Daniel brings up her colluding with Tucker and Adam. Phyllis complains that Tucker forced her hand. Daniel argues that now she's indebted to Adam. Lauren says Phyllis will figure that out. The kids think Tucker paid Carson to lie. Phyllis says he's a non-issue. The charges were dropped. Summer says she lied to them and manipulated them continuously. Champagne and cake won't make everything better. Phyllis knows the healing process won't be easy. Lauren implores Summer and Daniel to meet their mom halfway. Phyllis reminds them everything she did was to protect her family. Summer gawps that she lost her marriage because of her. Daniel tells her she keeps making the same stupid mistakes over and over. It's going to take much more this time to make it right. Phyllis pleads with them to tell her what to do. Daniel says she'll have to figure that out on her own. Summer says, "Goodbye, Mom." At Newman, Nikki tells Nate she just had a conversation with Audra, who thinks that merging Augustus and Newman Media is a good idea. She denied discussing it with him, but she doesn't think it's a coincidence that the two of them are thinking the same way. Nate too denies speaking to Audra about it. Nikki warns him about his game playing. Nate says Victoria has declared it a dead issue, and he won't bring it up again. At Crimson Lights, Adam tells Sharon that she and Nick can make the final decision on office space. Sharon warns him not to try and distract her. She wants to know why he stepped away to talk to Audra. If he's planning some sneaky move against Newman Media, I am warning you. Adam insists it was just one conversation. Sharon fumes that they're on the verge of something great, and she'll be damned if she'll let his vendetta against his sister mess it up. In the jazz lounge, Summer tells Daniel she hates that their mother turned to Adam as soon as there was a new threat in her life. Daniel thinks it will lead to more trouble and wonders how long it will be until she needs their help again. Summer insists she's done with her BS. She needs to focus on her life and move forward, and she's not going to let anyone, least of all Mom, stop her from doing that. In the park, Lauren tells Phyllis that despite the fallout she deserves a toast. Because of what can happen when you put your mind to it, Phyllis will win back her kids' respect. Lauren assures that they love her and are pushing her hard because they know deep down she has the ability to change. Phyllis thanks Lauren for being a great friend and tears up. Lauren toasts to Phyllis' magnificent new journey. At Crimson Lights, Adam tells Sharon that he has no intention of harming their company. Sharon has a bad feeling and wonders if he's trying to sabotage the competition. Adam tells her she worries too much and leaves. At Newman, Nikki asks Victoria if she spoke to Nate about the merger. Victoria confirms she told him she would no longer consider it, and he accepted that. She asks, "What did Audra want?" Nikki says she pitched the merger idea to her. "My gut tells me those two are up to something together." Nate arrives at Audra's suite and tells her whatever she said to Nikki. Her alarm bells are going off. The merger isn't happening. Audra throws up her hands. That's it then. Adam has her, she's going to lose everything.